110% all day, every day. Let's go. Welcome to my show, man. Today, my guest is Cameron Staggs.
So
Man, fuck. You are in the Army, right?
I'm in the Marine Corps.
You're in the fucking Marine Corps. Okay.
Yes,
Dude,
sir.
I never would have guessed that in a million years. And you used to be a salesman, or are you still?
I was a salesman at heart, yes,
Salesman at
but
heart and
salesman at heart.
fucking solar roof installer, right?
So solar, I sold solar and pretty much general contracting, so roofing, gutters, all that good
Fuck,
stuff.
dude. That's really cool, man. I saw you busting ass on your Instagram and shit, man. So, how are you, dude? Like, it's been. When was the last time I talked to you?
Dude, freshman, sophomore year of high school, I think. You think
Really?
about it. Well,
Really?
talked in
Did we?
person or like
Yeah,
talk in person or
in
talk in
person.
person, freshman, sophomore year of high school.
Fuck. Fuck. Dude,
Memories,
because,
eh?
like, I have a lot of memories with you at school and, like, outside of school, and it doesn't seem
Yeah.
like that was that long ago.
No. We used to beat the crap out of each other, man. Just for fun.
Dude, fucking, do you
Uh,
still have that scar on the back of your leg?
Nah, that wasn't me that had the scar. That
Was it,
was I
was
think
it
that was
Daniel?
Bo. Was it? Was that Bo? No, no, I know what you're talking about. It wasn't me. I know what you're talking about. I
You
don't
were
know.
there though, like
I
right
was there.
outside, right out.
Yes.
Okay, so right outside of school in sixth grade, we used to smack each other in the back of our legs with sticks, right?
Crap, we did. Oh
That's how
Jesus.
the fucking scar happened. Cause I know I took it a step too far, just like I
No,
did
I
with
don't.
everything else.
Not that I've noticed. I don't think that was me. But I know
No,
somebody did have a scar. But I don't know.
okay,
It's good
because I
times
remember
though.
that was my fault.
I remember that was my bad on that one.
Dude, yeah, there's like we used to fuck with each other, and I know I used to take it a little bit too far sometimes, and I'd be
No,
like,
it
"Fuck,
never went far enough.
god damn it, bro." Dude, so how
Yeah.
you been? What have you been doing, man?
Dude, I'm amazing. Actually, I say that I'm amazing. I actually mean that. Not a whole lot of
Yeah,
people do.
yeah,
Um,
I feel you.
like
I
I
understand.
like where I'm at. I
Yeah,
liked where I was at before, but sometimes they leave a good thing for a great thing.
yes.
Um, and yeah, just right now, just wait. I'm in a holding platoon right now, waiting to go to my MOS school because this whole COVID stuff.
What's in the West?
So, uh, just I'm a glorified mailman. I can't really go into detail.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Um, so yeah, I'm just waiting right now, just because COVID, there was a huge backup, and like right now, I'm just holding platoon, just kind of doing stuff here and there every day. So, and we get the weekends off, so it's not too
Nice,
bad. Yeah,
nice.
but you,
Nice.
man,
You
I know
working for the
you've
government?
been
What made you want to work for the government, man? I never took you as that.
as somebody. Yeah, I
I felt
know.
like
Not a whole
weren't
lot
we
of
little
people would.
conspiracy theorists?
It's like I kind of well, there was some things I was skeptical about, but some other things like I really wasn't.
Yeah,
But I just kind of always have my own opinion on things.
of course. Yeah, you've always been that way.
Man, main reason I joined though is just because like, I just wanted to serve. Like, I had enough money saved up where I can go do that still. So I was like,
Yeah,
let's go do that because we don't really get paid a whole lot here,
yeah,
which I do miss the checks. Don't get me wrong, what I was doing, but
yeah.
the whole goal I
It's just
had
to
was
serve.
doing it.
What
Yeah,
inspired you to do that? Like what? Cause I know I've previously in parts of my life like had the desire to serve my country, but then I think about the possibility of death, and I'm like, who, like why? Like who
yeah.
would I want to give that
I
power
get.
to?
I know. I
It's,
get that. I get that. It's like because it's like you think about it, like you really can't control what other people do.
mm-hmm.
It's like if they do the right things, like you're dead. So I
Yes,
get that.
yes,
Um, but I joined simply because like I saw what was going on in the world with like terrorism and whatnot,
mm-hmm.
especially 9/11 just recently. So
Yes.
just
Was
celebrated that
was
yesterday.
this like part? Was this around the time of like ISIS and shit?
Mm, well,
How
I
long you
kind
been
of
doing it? How long you been in?
I've only been in for like since March, so this is fairly recent.
Oh
This
shit.
is
Okay.
yeah, this is
But is that the
totally
Marines?
recent.
But haven't you been in the
Yeah,
military a little bit longer
no,
than that?
no,
No.
I have
No,
not.
because okay, maybe I remember Jake Feaster. Jake Feaster joined the military too. I think he's
You
in the
did?
Marines as well. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gotta hit him up then.
Dude, yeah, you guys are both in the. I think he might actually be a Marine as well, which is
That's tight.
super tripped out.
It's small. It's small. The Marine Corps is small, so like odds are I'm probably gonna hear his name some point. Like, oh yeah, I went to school with that kid. I know him.
Yeah, dude.
It's really cool.
Dude, he got big. He got big as fuck. Like he's
Did like he grow at all? Because he was like 5'0". That was cool.
Height wise, I don't know. I can't tell in the pictures, but he got.
But like size wise,
bigger than I ever was, man. Like
heck yeah, that's what's up.
How much time are you spending in the sun? You look brown as fuck.
So I'm over here in Virginia, so there's a beach like right down the street, so it's just like we walk over there, and it's like so we had what's called a 96, so it was Memorial Day weekend, so we had like 4 days off, so I was at the beach every day except for Monday. That was my rest day from like of course, needed a rest day.
Are you getting enough working out with the Marine Corps? Like are you still in like basic training? Are you a Marine? Have you gotten through it?
So yeah, I'm a Marine. We're still in, I guess, training phase because I haven't learned my specific job yet, but I'm going to be, which my MOS school is about like 3 months is what we call it. It's what our jobs are called here, I guess is a simple way to break it down. And then after that, I guess I'll be in the fleet is what they call it. And I should be there, if everything goes right, in January, February, and I should be officially out, like without these like school restrictions and whatnot, because we're not allowed to do everything yet because we're not in the fleet. So
so you go, you're like training, then you go MOS, then you're in what's called the fleet, and then after that, do you deploy or you just
that's the goal. Depends on what unit you go to. If it's the deployable unit, that's what I want to go do. I actually want to go do that. I do want to go overseas. I do want to go see it. So we'll just kind of see. I know it's kind of tough.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the shit out of that. I would if I don't know. I just can't get around. Like I feel as if when the moment came down to it, I'd probably be self-serving and like be a disservice to the thing. And I think I could do more by, what's the word?
Like following your passion type stuff and
following my passion and being like a champion for the voice of the American like dream, like what we actually stand for, like freedom, the right to pursue happiness, like the opposite of everything that's happening right now. And I think that kind of
sucks.
It
sucks big time, man. It really does.
It really does suck to see everything fall apart the way it is. It's not fun at all. Dude, I remember seeing you on Twitter with like some hardcore political views. I remember that. I was like, because I never thought that you were political. And then one day I was on Twitter, because I don't have it anymore, so I'm remembering. And I'll be like, damn, Cameron. Damn, that's drop some knowledge. Drop that mic, bro.
Just dropping knowledge. Like, I got out of that. I started getting out of that like, a couple of years ago just because, like, it was just so much.
It's so much, dude. I literally had to delete Twitter, bro. It's so much, dude.
It's stupid and toxic. Like those 3 months I was at boot camp. The biggest break of my life, I swear. So like, no phone, perfect. So I was like disconnect. It was honestly like, okay, boot camp was hard. Don't get me wrong, but like that part of my life was like gone, and it was super, super awesome. Like, we got our phones back. We were all saying like, we kind of like shut off our phones because this stuff is just ridiculous. Like none of us wanted to be around our phones. It was how stupid it was. And then we went over the MCT, so Marine Combat Training, for about a month too. And then same thing there. We got a little bit more privileges and stuff, but like we just didn't really want to.
I mean, it's like it's that feeling of returning back to the roots of like a hunter gatherer tribe, like type vibe that you guys are probably enacting with that, you know?
Yeah, and it's like it's really hard for us over here because it's like everyone over here is like. Is really different backgrounds, different cultures, different races, and like we're all like super tight with each other.
That's cool.
And we're like, we don't understand why the people can't do that. It's like other people just don't take the time to really understand other people's views, I guess. Like we have those conversations with each other, but at the end of the day, like we'll still go.
Well, it's because we're not facing adversity together.
You
guys are waking up, and every single day, like together, you guys have to trust each other to do some shit that like nobody else is having to go through. Like, you know, I live in a room or in a house with like 3 other people that I barely ever talk to. It's crazy how separated people are from each other. They're just like go into their little room, shut the door, play their video games, come out, and I'm like, hi. Like, hello.
I'm Josh.
We live together. But like, and it just gets worse and worse. Like, I don't know my fucking neighbors. It's hard. Like, when I see my neighbors outside, I look at them and I wait for them to look over so I can say hi, and they just never look over. It's it's really interesting the
Yeah,
separation that we've created between each other that keeps us from having that brotherhood.
for sure. And I feel like sales is like a way that like I've been able to get past that in a way too. Because I used to, like I said, like knock doors. I know I told you this before. I haven't told
Yeah,
the
let's dive
podcast yet,
into
but
that. That's what I
yeah,
want to talk about because it's about giving
um,
110%. And I know
for sure.
you were fucking grinding. I heard you talking about 60-hour work weeks and shit.
Plus, man,
Yeah.
it depends because like it was a 1099 job, which simply means I'm my own contractor. I make my own schedule,
Hmm.
and I chose to do that.
Yeah.
I
Did you like the
chose to.
company you were working for?
The solar company, no, but I did learn a lot. You know, who Grant Cardone is.
I do not.
You not? He's
Wait, did we go to school with him? Or is he famous?
he's pretty famous. He's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
the
No.
biggest like real estate agent like in America.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyways,
No.
got some training from him and his second hand man Jared, like phone call conversations and like just like training videos and whatnot, diving into that. And like I would still like go out those days,
Mm-hmm.
and knock like 100+ doors, have like a ton of conversations.
A
I'd
hundred
be
plus
recording.
doors.
Yeah.
When did you start? What
Like
time in the morning did you start?
I try. So there's like this morning rush during
Yeah.
the weekday that you got to catch people before they leave. So it's about like you're on the doors by like 7 a.m.,
And
7:30.
you're really like, so you're fucking trying to get in there. That's crazy mindset. That's a crazy
Yeah,
mindset. So
it is an
you're
insane
like, all right,
mindset.
this motherfucker is waking up and he's getting his coffee and a donut and
Yeah.
he's going to work and I'm about to bust in there, fucking interrupt your morning routine and say,
Yes,
yo, how
yes.
often did that work?
Um, I got pretty good at roofing. I was still like learning the solar part.
Yeah.
So I sucked. I'm not afraid to admit I sucked. It was
Yeah.
not pretty. Like,
Well, trying to sell people solar is what you sucked at.
yeah, that was like I didn't fully understand the concepts of sales yet. So I was just in order to become like a master something, you have to like put in the time and
Mm-hmm.
understand how people work, which was that what that 3 to 4 month window was for me. It was pretty much like a sales boot camp for me. And I came back, wanted to go back to roofing because like something clicked. I was like, oh, I can, okay, now I get it. Came back and then like I just hit the door running, like hit the ground running, and then it was just easy for me.
So
And then now it's just like second nature.
you were first selling solar, then having a rough time with it, and then you
So
got
I actually went from roofing to
roofing
solar
to
back to
solar
roofing.
back to roofing, and there was a
Yes.
period. Was the solar in the middle was what you're saying was your boot camp
That was like a
because
sales
you got
like
your
boot
ass
camp.
kicked.
We constantly every day like recording conversations. I
Oh
come back
shit!
to like
Okay.
at night. I would even knock at night too. Come back at night and then like I go back and listen to those conversations and like, wow, I messed up here, here, and there. I could say this differently. I could say this a different way and it'll come out better.
Yeah.
So I was simply just analyzing myself and seeing what I was doing. So I was really the only thing I wish I could have had was like how I could see like my posture and see how people open up at different things. That'd be like the one thing I was missing, but that was something I would have to do like on the doors and see how it worked and didn't work.
Yeah.
But I
That'd be
could always go
hard.
back and
That'd
yeah,
be
it's
hard. You
kind
have
of
to like put a secret camera up there.
yeah. At that point, you got to get permission and you got to have them sign a waiver for
Fuck
that.
man. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
actually, now that you say that, I wonder if I should be getting people's waivers and shit for like recording them on this thing.
You have my permission.
Thanks, man. But like, but I mean, as it goes down the future, that's interesting. And I know for the first time in my life, I know that experience of how helpful it is to actually record yourself in different situations, to go back,
Yeah.
like look at that, and then analyze yourself, and then tweak the way that you communicate through doing that. Which, because like
Yeah.
I've been like this is my sixth podcast, and so I have like 10 hours of listening to me talk, and like.
Oh, geez.
You
Nice.
know, yeah,
Hell
10
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I have 10
Okay.
hours. Yeah, 10 hours of me like sitting here talking, and I can see there's like I talk differently in different times of the day. Sometimes I'm stoned and I talk completely differently when I'm really high.
Yeah.
It's actually legal where I live. I got a fucking medical card, bro. My
Nice.
magical wish, dude. I live in Arizona. I live in Phoenix.
It's a lot of people. Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking beautiful. But I forgot what I was saying actually. Fuck.
Lost train of thought.
I do that sometimes. You go like in a couple different directions, and then it's like fuck, and you lose
Kind of like
all of
need
them.
like I kind of just like need a rubric or some shit. I look at like, oh, okay, yeah, right there.
Dude, I was talking to
Mhm.
Sterling. Do you remember Sterling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
Why do you say it like that? What do you remember?
Yeah.
What do you
Oh
remember?
man, it was funny. Like because he's a rapper now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm his
remember
fucking
one
hype
time,
man, bro.
yeah. Oh no shit,
dude, I get up on like when like in the rare occasion that we're in the same city while there's a show going on, I get up on fucking stage with him, and I fucking get it, dude.
That's sick.
Dude,
That's
it's
sick,
fun.
dude. It's awesome because like one time, like I didn't. You know, people like would talk crap behind your back, right? Getting your goals. Like one time, I was like, "Dude, this kid probably never gonna be a rapper. Like, go for it and whatnot." But like, I said that, and like, I actually said that to somebody, and now he's a rapper. It's like a big like "f you" to me, which is awesome. It's
Well,
just
I mean, he's
awesome.
not making money being a rapper, but like,
but he's still fucking doing it.
He's still doing it. Like he's like 100%, dude. He's living on a property somewhere in Washington State in somebody's guest house because it's like an old family friend that he knew, and he's staying there for free, like in the most beautiful scenery that you've ever seen in your life.
That's
and
sick.
dude, he's fucking. He built a like recording studio out of a hydroponic grow tent. That's like the size, just like a box, right? And then he's got like the phone panels, and he's got a computer with the desk, and he's got some like recording software. He's got a nice mic. He's ready. He's fucking dude. It's fucking crazy to watch somebody's progression and like see the style of music change, because he used to be like that, like Eminem fast rap and talking about bitches and money, and like now he's talking about like trials and tribulations of growing up and like life lessons and stuff, and then he's kind of got this old school Kid Cudi sound going on, and it's
I mess with that. Okay, I mess with that.
bro, it's like super trippy and vibe and wavy. Dude, it's fucking
like the old
crazy.
Kid Cudi or the new Kid Cudi?
Like old Kid Cudi, like old Kid
Cudi.
Cudi.
New Kid Cudi, not
it. Bleeding out all over the stage, dude.
Yeah, shit like that.
That fucking album. Have you seen that? The Speed and Bullet to Heaven album, where he's like the whole album, he's just screaming into the mic like that.
No, I honestly, I heard like King Wizard. When he came out with King Wizard, I stopped after that.
Dude,
he made a song with Eminem recently though, so I like went back to listen to it. It wasn't like as it was back then, but like it came back to the roots a little bit.
That's good. That's good. He went through some fucking shit, man. He went through some shit. So let's take it back. So you did 4 months of fucking boot camp. So like, take me through like what was like, happening? Like, describe to me what that was like.
So like the daily routine was, we would have sales meetings in the mornings, like 6:30, 6 o'clock. We like talk about our goals, do some warm ups with each other, like work on our pitches and whatnot, and then like you do this thing called like the hot seat, where it's like you sit in the middle of a room and you're trying to talk through your pitch, and everyone's just throwing you like rejections you got to overcome, and you have to pick out. So like you're sitting there just taking so much crap over and over again just so you get warmed up, and it's really a good thing to do in my opinion.
So like as practice for if you're in the middle of standing next, like in front of somebody trying to sell them something, they're like but, and then you can just go but.
Yeah, I have a smooth answer for everything, and it's just like constant, and it's always being updated to like where I can respond with, and then like sooner or later it just comes.
Okay, so sales meeting, hot seat, then what's next?
Pretty much when you go to your turfs or whatever it is, like your areas for that day, you go to that area and then you start knocking on doors. We had this app on our phones we would use called like Sales Rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Sales Rabbit. And you could track what doors you hit, how many times you've talked to this person already. So we had all that information, whatever you knew about that person. Yeah.
So you guys would go to the same houses sometimes more than once?
Yeah, it's for like a sale to go through. Like usually it takes like 13 different conversations or 13 different times on like a really big sales, like sales of like you want to sell somebody healthcare or like help, like you're selling like a hospital, like systems and whatnot, like you need to come back that many times and just do follow-up. Like one of Grant's thing is like the fuck you monies and the follow-ups, what that stands for, the FU, that's what we call it. So like if you're able to keep following up with people, they're gonna build that, because they're just gonna like you at that point, unless you're just not, and they're gonna tell you the hell off your property. At that point, you know what? I got my answer. I can move on. That's fine. But I'd rather get like a F off than like, oh yeah, maybe. I really have someone tell me F off so I can spend my time wisely elsewhere. Yeah. So it's just kind of picking and choosing which ones you think you can get, which ones you cannot.
That's fucking tripped out. That's cool, and that coincides with something that I've been learning, because I've been trying to build my Instagram platform. So I've been diving deep into online sales and marketing, because like I don't have anything for sale, but I'm trying to sell myself. and market myself.
That's sales. Yeah.
Right. I'm not trying to, like, I don't want you to pay me anything, but I'm still selling you myself. And so, like, I've been having to learn how to do these funnels and these different things, and like talking to hot, cold, and warm people. And like every single person's been telling me, like, a person needs to see you an average of 8 times and follow you for like months on end before they're willing to purchase anything from you. Yep. So that's a really interesting, like, thing to keep in mind. Because for me, you know, like, I have a tendency to try to do something like really, really fucking fast. Like for me, the reason that I disappeared from school was because I went to a charter school and I did the last year and a half. Yeah, year and a half in like 3 months. And then I did fucking like 3 years of college in 6 months. And then for me to like get into the real world and try to do other things and then like realize that you can't speed everything up the way that I did it with school. And it's actually like a really painstaking, slow building
it's a grind
process that's going to take 3 to fucking 5 years. For me, like, that's a really interesting and hard thing to come to terms with, because I've only been doing this Instagram thing for 4 months and it's pretty exponential right now, but I still feel like I get the feeling sometimes where I'm like, fuck, it's going so slow, and then you look at it, it's like, dude, it's been 4 months, like, keep, like, hold on, like, keep
it's
going.
It's only been 4 months, like, chill out, like, keep grinding, like, you gotta give it time. I think
years. And that's just, that's a really hard thing to come to terms with. And that, I think that goes with anything, right? Like with the Instagram thing, and you experienced that with the fucking sales and shit.
Yeah, and it's just, you just got to keep working at it. It's just there's no shortcut to it. There's not. It's if people like quit, so like if people quit, like a lot of people do these days, like I feel so bad. I'm like, you can't. But you can't force them to do it. It's like if their drive's not there to do it, you can't force them to do it. And I just feel so terrible for them. Like,
that's why you gotta find your passion, man. That's why you gotta find your passion. But then I think it's like key. So like it's a 2-pronged message. It's like find your passion, find what like makes you happy, what gives you like that drive to wake up in the morning and go do something. But then also you gotta realize that no matter what that is, just because it's something that you love to do and you really want to do and you have a passion for it, doesn't make it like easy or fast. It's going to be just as hard or harder than anything else because it's a passion.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah. Dude,
you have to see the end goal, realize where you're at, and so like, I need to get this step done first before I get to that end goal, and it'll be worth it. But as soon as you get the end goal, you gotta be setting a new goal, because and then you're just find yourself back on a rut. So
bro, you gotta constantly be challenging yourself to do things that you previously thought impossible. Like tomorrow, bro, I'm running a fucking marathon.
Yeah, I've seen you post on. How long is that marathon?
So marathon is always 26.2 miles.
I'm good. I'm cool. Oh, dude, I'll stick with beach runs. How about that?
Man, don't you guys have to do like 20-mile boot things? Like,
so, dude, we've done, the longest hike I've done is like 15K.
Yeah.
So it's not, but you're carrying like 80 pounds.
Isn't that much?
No, it's not. But you're just carrying like a
marathon
pack on
is
you and everything.
42K.
Yeah, marathon. Yeah. So like that.
So
longest run I've been on, man, I think it was like 6 miles, but like it wasn't like anything fast. I was just doing it just because I wanted to do it. For some reason, I guess had a run high, which I've never had before in my life. So I was just running on the beach, enjoying it. And,
dude, running is fucking, dude, it's glorious. It's like, it's kind of what I've replaced that adrenaline rush of football with.
Yeah.
For me, like, cause like I've thought about getting back into sports and shit, and I tried rugby for a little bit, and then the moment that I had like 3 games and I got hurt in every single game, and I was like, oh, okay, well, this is why you don't do contact sports, because
your body just wants to break.
Yeah, your body wants to break. It hurts. You're in pain. You're constantly injured. You're damaging your brain. It's like fuck. So I mean, for me, it's this, and I'm about to try jiu-jitsu, and then I'm gonna try like indoor rock climbing with bouldering.
Nice. Yeah, rock climbing gets you jacked too. Jiu-jitsu is good. That were actually interesting point you brought up is like you found a different thing to substitute football, which for me was sales. I substituted baseball for sales, and I didn't realize how much baseball taught me about sales. It was crazy. Yeah. I was like, because like successful in baseball is 3 out of 10.
So would you learn in baseball that translated to sales?
Dude, so many life lessons. Like successful, like I said, in baseball is 3 out of 10 times. Like, so what this person told you. So
I know nothing about baseball.
It's okay. We'll go through it. So you have a batting average, right? So how successful you are at how many times, right? So let's say I had 10 at bats. To be really good in baseball, you only have to get on base 3 times out of those 10.
So you have to hit the ball 3 times. You could strike out 7 times.
You can strike out 7 times, but your batting average is 300 plus. You're pretty much set.
What? Like the professionals only hit 3 out of 10? Is that just because people are pitching?
Pitching's
so good.
So good. There's like you can hit a ball hard as crap. Doesn't matter if they catch it, you're still out. But it's still a positive at bat.
Oh, but yeah, because they got a bunch of people out there waiting to catch your fucking balls.
Defense. So they're playing defense. So like you get on base 3 out of 10 times, and all that going on, it's same thing with sales.
That makes sense.
You get,
that makes sense. Yeah, so
you can have
10. So what's the ratio with sales? Do you think is 3 out of 100?
So in roofing, for every 10 doors you knock, you at least want 1 inspection. I got to the point where I was like 1 every 5.
Hey,
yeah, okay. So like it was constant.
So like what kind of steps did you have to take to like what did you do to refine your process? So I know you listened and recorded, but like what specific things did you refine?
So we went with, I'm trying to think what we actually sat down and did this. I went with how I started off at the door. Like, I'm not up in your face. I'm like back. I'm like, I want you to think like, who the frick is this dude? Oh, yeah. I would be on my phone. Yeah, I would be on my phone, turn to the side like this, right? On my phone. Like this is my the mindset was this is my office, not yours. This is not your home anymore. This outside, as soon as you open that door, it's now my office. That was my mindset. Okay. So I wasn't taking your crap. Yeah. So if somebody told me like I don't have time, no, you open the door, you have time. Yeah. So mindset was huge.
How did you initiate that? So you're on your phone, they open the door, and you're bitch. Now I'm in control.
So it's pretty much just like, hey, how's it going?
So like, let me open the door. So I'm opening the door, and you're standing there. Hi, how are you? Who are you?
It's pretty much. I'm like reading. So right there, your energy was high, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna come back with you with higher energy. Okay. To put you on this roller coaster of emotions really quick. All right. So I'm gonna give you back. Hi, how's it going? So and so. I'm with so and so. Yeah. Depends on the area that I'm really in. If I'm selling like roofs and whatnot, like I probably already installed a roof on your freaking neighborhood, like in your neighborhood already. You've probably seen our signs. So and so. I'm just coming by as a common courtesy because your neighbor told me to. Because I just hooked them up with the roof. If I'm new to an area, I would be blunt about it. Like, no, I'll be honest with you, I'm new to this area. I want to see if there's damage on your roof. Right. It's free. What do you have to lose? Yeah, stuff like that. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm
like, the long term, it does actually make sense to get your roof replaced if there's damage.
It just makes sense because guess what? If there's damage on like hail or wind damage, insurance companies can come in there and pay for it. Yeah. Only thing you owe is your deductible. You pretty much just got like a $10,000 to $15,000 like check for a new makeover in your home. It just makes sense.
So you found this, or I guess at least your boss or whoever created that company found this little niche of a way to get people to pay for something through their insurance. Damn, that's smart. So you're like, oh, okay. So you got a bunch of little sale points for that. Interesting. Yeah. So how did you find like what
roofing? How did I find it?
Yeah, how'd you get into, okay. First, initially.
So let's flash back. I think it was like a year out of high school, man. I'm in this small little town delivering pizzas. I'm trying to get enough money to go be a firefighter, right? And I was like, I keep coming to the same conclusion. I don't have enough money. I don't have money to go do this.
You wanted to save up money so that you could go be of service to your country in a way comfortably.
Yes. So that was my main goal coming out of high school. I was like, okay, I'm going to try to go be a firefighter. That'll be tight, right? Right. I just didn't
make money.
It wasn't that. I didn't have the money to even go to the school. I didn't have the money to go to that.
You have to pay to learn how to be a firefighter?
Yes. I mean, there's some like grants you can get, but like that's
and you don't have to pay to be a police officer, and you don't have to pay to be in the military. That doesn't make any sense, dude.
I don't know, man. But
that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know if the police thing's true or not. But...
Dude, I'm pretty sure you can just fucking sign up. And they give you a badge. Like I'm pretty sure that there's so little amount of people who want to be a police officer that anybody that walks through the door, they're like, oh, bro, it's done.
Yeah, so I just didn't have enough money, man. I was delivering pizzas. Yeah. And like I was looking for a way to like make money, and then luckily, my older brother, like I went out with him one day, like this roofing thing. And I was like, this is actually pretty fun because you're never in the office really. If you're
Was he doing it already?
He was doing it already. And then they're like, hey, he called me when he was like, hey, there was a storm in Kansas. Pack your shit. Let's go. So I left my job.
Oh, so you're traveling the country?
So yeah, my first storm I worked was in Kansas. So I was in Texas. I was out in East Texas, and then went to Kansas. Somewhere it was like Shawnee or some shit like that. It was a cool little town. Shawnee. And then they got hit with some storms. One, I was there for about like a month and a half, and somewhere in Dallas area got hit again with hail, and they called us to come back.
So the way that this business like model is working is, so a storm happens, you guys follow the weather, you guys pack up, you move your shit to the city. Do you guys check into like a hotel, motel?
Yeah, so we checked into a hotel, and then like if the storm was big enough, we'll travel to it. So like the hurricane that just hit Louisiana, we're there, right? Like that company's there right now. They did not have an office set up before that.
Oh, but so they'll lease a fucking building, like an office
they
or
will
something,
straight
like
up
a
lease.
short-term lease.
Yeah,
because I've seen that with the companies that I work with, like when they're building an apartment complex downtown, they'll like lease a fucking like rundown little thing next to a gas station and use it as an office.
Yeah, so they would do that,
and then do that.
Yeah, and then we also chased.
That's smart. That's really smart. So so you guys pack up, check into the hotel, and then you're running around doing sales. So then at what point in time
does it not become sales?
Yeah, do you start doing the work?
So you first inspect the roof, right? So it's still sales. It's got damage on it, great. So now we file a claim with your insurance company. Your insurance company then sends out.
Them? You file a claim for them? Make it really easy.
With them. Okay. Yeah. And
it's like make it real easy on them. Okay.
Make it real easy. Here, I have the phone number right here. I literally have like a master list of all of. It's really awesome.
We can make this work. Okay.
Yeah, and so they send out what's called an adjuster, which pretty much does an inspection of what you just did, or I myself would just do.
Right.
And then you're there with them when the adjuster's meeting, and then they go through all of it. They write up an estimate of all the things that are damaged, what needs to be fixed, and they're pretty much like here. And then like I can go through each little step, what they put on it, why they didn't put something on it, and what we need to go get, because sometimes insurance companies wouldn't put all the necessary items on their estimates. And then we would add that in later, and then we simply build an insurance company for that and see if we can get that. If not, no big deal, but it's always a bonus to get a little extra money.
Yeah, fuck. So like how often would the insurance companies disagree with you? Or are you guys pretty like honest and truthful?
Every fucking time.
Every time.
That's okay. So they would buy a roof. Okay, they would buy the roof, right?
Who would
they
buy
would still leave it the insurance company. They would say, "We'll give this." So yeah, so they're the person. Like they're the people that are supplying the money. Yeah, they're giving the homeowner money because they purchased the policy through them. So say the roof is $10,000, right? Their deductible is $1,000. So the insurance company would send them a check for $9,000 total.
Right.
To get the roof done.
Okay.
So, but in that $10,000, they left off some important items on there, like the proper steps or like code upgrades for the area. So we'd have to go back and do what's called supplementing and add that into our estimates. And then from there, we'd call in on that and explain our position, why we need that. And they would usually come back with like, you don't need that because X, Y, and Z. And it's like a back and forth negotiation process, which you're not supposed to say, but we all say it because it's like, it's what it is. And then the program they use.
So you're not supposed to have a negotiation with the insurance company?
No, legally speaking, you're not supposed to have a negotiation. And that's coming from them, but they still negotiate with us. And it's just stupid.
They're the ones breaking the law?
All sides are. All sides are. It's not even.
This happens everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. It just kind of depends. But some adjusters, some of them are like really cool. Like, yeah, I'll throw it in, no big deal, and then you're happy, move on. But other ones are just like, don't even want to talk to you. Like, they're just kind of like, I got too much stuff to deal with. Like, so it's kind of stressful, but it's also kind of fun too.
Interesting.
So, and shift away from the sales part. This is where we get that first check, right? So we'd order the materials. So we had to go through what all we need to make it right. Set up a crew to go out there and do that. We'd be out there on the site pretty much all day.
Do you locally source the materials, or do you source them and like ship them in?
So we've got suppliers we would use that are all around the nation. So technically speaking,
like a master list of suppliers.
So we've got like ABC Supply Company, Southern Shingles, RSG, places like that.
It's interesting.
It's,
Like it's interesting how at the end of the day, it's like once you learn one industry, especially in construction, you can pretty much apply all the same kind of basic things to all the other
yeah,
pieces of construction. Because I work with lights, so like I understand. Like I have a big master list, and it's like lightology, fucking 1,000 bulbs, Phillips, all these different people, and just like the same thing. We can work with them different parts of the country, different factories all over the place, and you can source it anywhere depending on where you are. And it's really interesting how that correlates
yeah.
and does stuff. Do you guys have the weird layers of sales reps to be able to sell things to certain kind of companies? Like
So our market is directly to consumer. So
directly to
we
consumer, so it's
buy,
factory
yeah.
to
So it's
consumer.
yeah, it's pretty much like we're pretty much providing a service that, hey, we have all these master sub lists. We can do this work for you. I was a general contractor, so it's like we have crews for everything to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I can also provide you the help through your insurance company and submit all types of billing towards them, submit all certificate of completions to them, whatever documentation they need. So I'm just providing that service of
Is
me
that something
having
that
all
other
that.
roofing companies don't do?
Yes. No.
They all
Every
do
single
that.
one of them do it.
That's how
They
it
all do
works.
that. It's
It
just
works that way. Okay.
yeah. So it just kind of depends on who can get there first and who they trust first. And if you know somebody, it's a bonus. I like word to word or mouth to mouth. That's the best referrals for me. It's just like this person's super cool. Go talk to them, or like
Well, yeah,
go
because if you
walk me
show
over
up
to
and
your
you fix,
neighbors.
and you fix somebody's roof, and then they're at like a
They're
little
happy.
party,
Or
and they're happy, and
yeah,
you're like, yeah, I guess I got my roof fixed, and these guys are really awesome, and then
I've had customers like invite me over and everything like afterwards and like sit out and drink with them. Like it's so cool.
hey,
Like it's
yeah,
so
that's really
awesome.
fucking
Yeah.
cool. That's really fucking
Um.
cool. Okay, so that means that you're providing like that extra service. Are
Yeah.
you familiar with Tony Robbins at all?
Tony Robb. I've heard that name.
Yeah, man, everybody's heard the name, and nobody knows who it is.
What does
It's
he
this.
do? What does he do?
He's like he's a big mix of things, I guess. He has like 72 different companies. Yeah, he has like 72 different companies and like a motivational speaker slash mentor for thousands of people and like trying to create your own business, build your own brand and stuff. And like one of the themes is that he preaches is like overdo the service. He has a really I can't remember right now his
So
actual
it's
sayings.
under promise, over deliver. It's pretty much what he's saying. So you're my goal
Oh
is
yeah,
like, yeah,
that's a
I
good
can do the
idea.
X, Y, and
I've heard
Z,
that
right?
before. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna add in some extra stuff because I want to. I'm not gonna tell you and do it off the bat because then your expectations are that high. If I don't meet that, I look bad. But if I set
Right.
them down here and I know I'm gonna provide that, I always look good.
Right. So like there's three things that you could do that are really easy for you to perform on their roof that like is
Simple.
like a little thing and then you don't tell them and you just do it and you come back at the very end. You're like, "Oh, hey, so here's the bill, blah blah blah. Oh, and by the way, I did this, this and this for you."
Yep.
Yes. That does make you feel good when somebody does that for you. You know, like I've
Yeah.
definitely been sold like that before.
I've been told like, holy crap.
It works. It
It
works.
works.
It really
Yeah,
does
it
work.
works.
No, dude, like it's really really interesting how there's like these ways and tactics and methodologies that the brain goes through that is quite universal that you can apply to different people in different situations and different industries. Like for example, lately I finally have like enough content to where I can go back and I can analyze different things that I've done throughout and see where things worked and where things didn't that were similar. And like what I found lately is the two most like highest performing headlines that I've had on any of my posts. One of them was "You push you," and then another one was like "Only you make you" or something like that. And the thing that I found was when you're talking about you and you make it sound like the person who's reading
Talking to
it.
them. Yes.
Yeah, it's because they're trying to they're like everybody's self-centered. And so like they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a shit about you. They care about themselves, and especially in like a buying mentality. And then like when you're purchasing something or if somebody else is purchasing something, it's a selfish decision. And the only thing that they're considered or concerned about in that process is their desires, wants, and needs regarding that process or that product.
Yeah. So
Which is
it's
strange.
pretty much. So there was a quote I read the other day. It was like, what was it? It was like your consumers provide you the context while you provide them the content of what it is. You're letting them tell you what you want, whether or not you can provide it or not. If I can't provide you something, I'm going to tell you because
Yeah.
if I were you, like I wouldn't do that because I can't provide you that. I know
Right.
somebody you can though,
Yeah.
probably,
Right.
but like it's like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Interesting.
I know yeah.
Okay. So you're boot camp, you're doing this, and what kind of made it click for you? Like what things started happening when you were interacting with people that you started learning that were like making it click and start working for you?
It's just man, it was a while ago too. It was it's not about always making the sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I can have positive conversations, that energy is going to feed me to the next person. Keep going and keep going, and then one day it, like I said, it just kind of clicked that like I wasn't selling solar then. I was just I was selling an appointment to come back, and then I was like, wait a minute. Same thing with roofing. I was just selling an inspection. I wasn't selling them a roof on the spot
Right. That's
because I
later. That's
struggled.
just like a
Yeah,
different consideration.
it's too much. It's too much.
Because if
So
you
you're just
go up
selling
to
them a
them the
small
first
part.
time and you're like, okay,
Too
and you're
complicated.
walking up to this door and you're like, fuck, okay, I need to walk away like with a sale, like I'm trying to sell them a roof, and you go up there and it's just kind of
You're
like a
pressuring.
steamroller
You're
going.
pressuring. Yeah, you're pressuring them. You're just coming off as a dick, and it's just not good. You're coming off too salesy, and it's just like calm down
Right.
instead
Like
of
for
just
instance,
talking like a human being.
like tomorrow I got to run 26 miles, and if I start running and I'm thinking about the mile 25 at mile 2, like that's going to be really rough. Like because I have this plan in my head that I'm going to break it down in 6 mile increments, cuz like 6, 12, 18, 24, and then you got
24.
2 miles left. Just like hammer it home for 2.2 miles, and then I think that would be just like the pure heart. But I think if I'm focusing on 6 mile increments at a time, just like you probably focused on um, just the next interview, just the inspection. So you walk up to them in your mind, you're trying to get that inspection before you walk away, or are you just trying to
Yeah,
get that next invite?
I'm trying to. If I can, I want that inspection right then and there, and then from there, at least with roofing, like I'm gonna try to get that. Like there, like I have a potential to make the sale at that point if there's damage on it. If it's
Mm-hmm.
not, I try to make the best connection I can with them. And if there was a storm, they call me instead of somebody else. But you would want to sell them the inspection, not selling them on the roof yet. They're like, because they always bring that up. So I'd always say stuff to make them intrigued, like, oh, I can get a free roof. Yeah, but first things first, I have to get up there. So before we even get into that, I don't even want to get into that yet. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it's
so
just
you're
kind of
like free roof, enticing, and then the only way to
enticing,
get
but
into that
I pull it
conversation.
back. Yeah,
Right.
so I pull it back. I'm like, whoa, wait. Before it's like taking a girl out, right? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll go. I'm like, well, before that, I gotta know you better. So it's like before that, I gotta see if it's even worth my time.
Mm-hmm.
So with the roof, it's another thing.
Interesting. How many roofs? Like, does all roofs that you inspect pretty much need repairing?
No,
No.
which is
So
a good thing.
so you damn. So you're doing all this work, and you might even get up on the roof, and then you don't even like need to be there, and you're
Nope.
like, oh, you're good. You have a good one. Like, let me know if anything
Yep.
happens.
Exactly. So like
Uh,
we'd have this app on our phone
oh,
we'd
you
use called
log
Hail
that shit.
Recon. Yeah, so we can log it. It was called Hail Recon, and we can see the last time we had a storm and see how big the hail was, see like how high the winds are, so we can get areas
So there's like
to
a whole
go to.
roofing community of people who created this app, or like and like probably
Yeah,
wow. So it's like Waze, the app Waze, and people like everybody puts where the different cops are, and you can like thumbs up and
kind of.
hands down.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
kind of. So it's like depends on the
that's cool.
login, but like so Hail Recon in general, that's another sales thing. Is like they're selling you a service of we can tell you where hail has been, where it hasn't been. You can
Yeah.
drop like an address marker in a certain area, look up hail dates of that area for the last like 10 years, see
Mm-hmm.
if it's had any hail. If it's really recent, it'll be obvious. But
That's fucking crazy. I guess you never went to Phoenix, did you?
no, I went. There's places I've been is Texas, Kansas, at least for like sales. Texas, Kansas, California.
That makes sense.
So those are the only three places I've ever sold anything.
But I
But
bet they're fucking gonna make some bank in the areas where some of the protests went on.
man, okay, that's a whole different dilemma. That's like, so if there's like vandalism and whatnot, that's
The insurance doesn't cover it.
frick no, man. That's going after the person who did that. And if it guess what? If it's a protest, Good luck.
You're not
You're
gonna.
not.
You gotta pay for that shit.
I mean, it's like a
Damn,
long.
that's rough. That makes it even. I didn't even know that. So like, for people to know that insurance isn't going to cover you ruining
There's
somebody else's fucking property.
no like it's gonna be some out of pocket on your end because they gotta do an investigation, see if it was arson or stuff like that. If it was like you the homeowner or you the owner, you're gonna get investigated because it's like you just wanted something new. So screw you. You use your insurance money, you do that. Like insurance will pay you if like you're not guilty.
Right? Yeah. Like if a fucking house explodes because you want a new house and you sprung a gas leak.
Sprung a gas leak or went up on a roof with a sock and a golf ball and started beating the crap out of your roof.
Have people done that?
Yes, people have done that. There are contractors who have done that because, like you said, like we were talking about earlier, it's like not every
like the actual
damage.
contractor goes up there.
Contractors have done that, man, and so have homeowners. And like I've seen, on the insurance side, I've also seen insurance companies, insurance adjusters, like do some really shady stuff and just deny all freaking day, and they're just like trying to get away from it, and it's really sad.
I love how our systems are just like fucked up people layered on. Like it's just like weird little layers of things, and like
It's always self.
Like yeah, but our whole society are just like layers of regulations and people and levels of different businesses, and it's just like this thing that's happened over time, and it's just like and especially seeing right now with how fragile it is, it's a very interesting thing.
I'm telling you, there's people right now getting hell of a lot richer right now.
Yeah,
they're taking full hell yes.
Yeah, of course.
The biggest, I was thinking it was like the biggest like wealth change. The first time was like World War II, right after World War II. Biggest distribution of wealth is right after that, and like this one, it'll be the same thing, except it's not World War.
The billionaires have already made billions in the past 6
and
months.
it's not even close to being over.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be. Depends what you can do.
I mean, and we got an economic collapse coming, anyways. Like if it's just going to happen.
Yeah,
dude. One of the guys, one of the people that I listen to and follow a lot, his name is Peter Schiff, and he has this video of a compilation of a bunch of different interviews that he did on different news channels on TV back in 2006, and he was like, there's a bubble and it's gonna pop and we're all gonna get fucked and it's about to happen in this amount of time, and this is exactly why. And literally, like, dude, it was funny because he'd be up there and it was 2006, right? So everybody's like, no, the economy's good, everything's good, and he's like, nah, bro, it's about to pop, it's about to
2
pop,
years,
it's about to pop.
2 years.
The whole thing. And so he's got this whole thing like Peter Schiff was right, and he's sounding the alarm now again. He said like the bubble was bigger than ever, and it's going to be a worse recession than the Great Depression. And the longer that we longer that we keep artificially extending its start date out into the future, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah, it's like running away from a problem. Really, just like you got to get over with. Yeah. Before it turns into a huge problem. There's really nothing we can do about it. It's already too late for us.
Yeah, bro. It's too late. Hopefully something good will come of it and we can band together and Dan Crenshaw will be president.
Dan Crenshaw will be president.
Dude.
That's funny, bro.
Dude, Dan Crenshaw needs to be president, bro.
You think so? Man, dude, I can't even talk about that stuff. It's awesome. I love not being able to talk about anything political now. It's such...
Not being able to?
I mean, I can, but like, not really. I can't go to if I want to go to like a protest, like I can't wear anything that insigniates. Yes. Okay. And it's honestly a freaking blessing, and it's amazing.
So you can go to a protest, but you can't identify yourself as being in the military?
Cannot identify myself, cannot do anything. I cannot wear anything associated with the military at all. And honestly, they just recommended we just don't even go to those at this point.
I mean, I would go to a protest. I mean,
heck, I wouldn't even go to a protest to begin with.
Like, I would like to be at a protest if it was a peaceful protest, but with the way the protests are going right now, dude. Like, I was thinking, bro. I was having the thought the other day that the voting booths are about to get shot up this year.
Wow, that's interesting.
You know, think about
it. I didn't even think about that.
Think about that, bro. Like, there's gonna be people just in droves of lines. In different parts of the country.
6 feet apart. 6 feet sitting apart. All the way out.
And somebody can just walk up.
And you're not allowed to bring a gun there. You're not allowed to protect yourself there. Doesn't even matter.
Nope. I tried, dude. One time when I was 16, though. Actually, it was back in 2016 when Donald Trump was getting elected. I was trying to protest, dude. This is back when I was like a hardcore conspiracy theorist. Like, fuck the government, fuck everything. It's all a lie. And I was wearing a Guy Fawkes mask, dude. And I had a sign, and I was literally on. I was like, it was on some like public Plano ISD school property, and like I was standing outside the voting booth with my sign, and this cop comes up to me and he's like, "You can't protest here. Like, you're not allowed to be on this private government property." And I was like, "Fuck you!" I was like, "I could be here." Yeah. And he got closer to me, like put his hand on his waist, and he was like, "Look, you really can't be here." And I was like, "Dope, peace."
So I get the hint. Okay, that's fine though. Right? Most people, it's the people that keep going. They don't read that.
Yeah,
and, like,
and then you get arrested and you get shot, and then
you play stupid games and super prizes.
Yeah, see, I was like, peace. I was like, excellent, peace, sir. Like, thank you for letting me know. And then I walked to the sidewalk, like right where the people were driving into the place.
And he probably said, legally speaking, yes, you can do that.
And I stayed there. I was like, dope. I was like,
nothing you can say about it.
Exactly. It's just like, there's rules. You just gotta follow the rules.
Yeah.
Because they're there to protect your free speech, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, life is a trip, bro. Like, when we were in school together, could you have ever possibly predicted any of this?
No. I don't think I couldn't even predict where I was going in my life. Let alone this crap. Like, I was focused on myself. I couldn't even predict that. You think I was?
Yeah, dude.
Anyone was?
I was worried about not going to jail or like overdosing. Oh
God. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you're okay.
Thanks, man. It took a lot, bro. It took a lot. Like, I continued to do that shit for a long, long time. And then like I still do drugs, but I test my drugs now. Like, I'm a very big advocate for, like, have fun, like, do your drugs if you want to do them, but like, if you're gonna do them, there's really simple ways to do them, really smart. And I think it was the fentanyl wave that made me cue in. Like, when like people, like a bunch of famous people
about that, yeah,
Mac Miller, Prince, a couple other super famous people, just like died. Lil Peep, dude, they all died from fentanyl. Like, these famous people, and I was like, holy shit. And then like fentanyl was in, like, they're putting in everything because they can turn it into a liquid or a powder.
Drop. Yeah, it's like a drop, bro, and you're done.
Dude, so I was like, fuck. So I started testing my drugs. So, like, I have 3 different test kits that I do for every single drug that I do. So you do an Ulrich test kit, which tests for psychedelics. Then you do a Marquis test kit, which tests for uppers, MDMA, and like cocaine, a couple other different things, and then like the fake substances of those as well. So it'll tell you like if it's the fake
synthetic
versions,
the
synthetic ones, what's the methadone? Methadone is fucking crazy, bro. But it'll like tell you, because some people will give you methadone and tell you that it's Molly. And it's fake, like fake Molly, and it'll be methadone, and it's just like, it's not good. But so then, and then I also have like fentanyl test strips. So then, you know, anything that you do, you can do it safely and like within reason. And I like, it's been a very interesting process. Like, and of course, moderation is key. That's one thing that I had to learn.
Of course.
But dude, I didn't learn that until a year ago. Like 1 year ago.
Dang.
Yeah, the safety part I learned, but I was going as hard as you saw me go in terms of quantity and frequency until about a year ago.
That's insane. So it's like drinking, man. Like, you just get blacked out one night, and like you kind of learn your lesson a little bit. At least you think, and then you go back to doing it. It's like you just gotta have that self discipline to like know when to stop.
Yeah. Did you get in drinking like hardcore for a little bit or something?
No,
how'd you learn? Not really. It's just like from seeing other people do stupid shit.
So that, and then every quarter or so, like when I was still like in the civilian world, I'd have one night where I'd go out and do that, and that was it. But like drinking to me just took time away, so I couldn't. Like, I noticed it. I was like, I'm being less productive. Like, I gotta like bye. I don't really care to drink.
Yeah, because you gotta recover. It takes a couple days to fully recover.
Yeah, especially when you get older, man. It's crazy.
Are you telling me that you're saying you're getting older? You're only 20, what, 3?
23, yeah. I'll be 24 in December.
Hey, man. Yeah, I remember you being a little bit older than me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm 23 as well. But it is, dude, it's so weird, bro. We were 16 yesterday. Dude, we were in 6th grade yesterday, bro.
Dude, I think those are like the highlights.
Dude, 6th grade?
Those are the
Bro,
highlights,
bro. Dude, jumping on the fucking goddamn desk the moment that the teacher walked out the classroom door, and we would, like, choke each other.
Doing the
Bro,
stupidest.
we were
Dude,
trying to
honestly,
murder
like,
each other.
like we were just wanting to beat the fuck out of each other. It made no sense, and I can't believe people let it happen too. They're just sitting there watching.
Dude, nobody did anything, bro. We were just me and you, and then sometimes him would join in.
Come on, bro.
Bro, fucking him, and like, dude, and then they kick me out of the classroom, and I go just like obliterate shit in the hallway. Dude, I remember one time she was like, "Go in the fucking hallway," and I was like, "All right," and I went and I sat.
Is that Coach
in the trash
Boswell?
can.
Was that her name?
Yes, dude.
Yes.
I was trying to remember. I couldn't. Coach Boswell, dude. And I fucking went into the fucking hallway and sat in the trash can. And then the fucking the watermelon head dude. What's his name? Mr. Monkey. Mr.
Oh, was he the Mr. Letterner?
Mr. Letter. Yeah, he looked like a monkey with a watermelon head. I remember Mr. Letter. He walked by, dude.
Yeah.
He walked by, and I was sitting in the trash can. He was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "What's up, man?" She kicked me out. And I was chilling.
Kicked me out, and I'm just chilling with the girl.
Dude, I remember. Remember that one time where I did something where I felt, or like I had ball tapped you too many times, and like I felt guilty, and I was like, bro, you need to get me back. I give you 3.
We had 4 people hold you. 4 people hold you.
We went into the fucking bathroom, and there's one person on each of my legs and one person on each of my arms holding me down against the wall, and
I felt so bad.
Uppercutted my nuts, dude.
I want to let you know that I held back, but I still felt bad.
It's okay, dude. I definitely deserved that. I deserved the next 2 that you didn't give me, bro.
That was
such
dude.
an asshole. I was such
funny.
a fucking asshole. And I was wearing my yellow, purple, and green skinny jeans, bro.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, those were a look. Those were a look, man. I don't know how we became friends when you wore that, but somehow we clicked. So
with the tap-out shirts, the tap-out shirts and the earrings.
That was you, dude. I was like, who the fuck is this kid?
Bro. Because that was my first year in that school with those group of people. And then I remember everybody calling me a fucking faggot for wearing earrings.
No way.
Yeah, dude. And then the next year, in 7th grade, everybody had earrings.
It was cool.
Everybody had fucking earrings. I was like, great. You fucking bastards.
I hate you all.
Dude, Haggard was some shit, man. Mr. Pooper Scooper, Mr. Thurman.
I love that guy. I love that man.
Dude. Bro, Plano was a tripped out place. Dude, I met this girl who grew up in Plano here the other day. It was really tripped out to meet somebody.
What?
Yeah.
What school did she go to?
I think she went to the same school we went to. Because I think she went to Plano Senior High. I don't remember what the other ones, but I think she went to Plano Senior High. Fucking tripped out, dude. Dude, like everybody here is not from here. It's the most interesting thing. Like I've met 2 or 3 people who were born here, and everybody else that I met moved here.
Huh.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Phoenix?
No, I've not.
Dude, if you ever
is it a place?
Dude,
is it a place I should go to or what?
Definitely. Not to visit for a vacation. But if you have some extra time to stop by and like do some partying in the clubs, that's fun. But like Sedona is an hour and a half north of here, and it is the most magical, beautiful hippie land paradise of like fucking a magic. Like there's this whole like little town, and half the places are crystal shops. It's the most amazing thing, dude. But the whole background and drop is just the most beautiful red rock mountain scenery you've ever seen in your life, and it's got what they call energy vortexes all over it, and you can go do like. Oh, dude, like the older I get, the more woo-woo I get. Like the more I'm starting to get into like meditation and Eastern medicine and like the crazy spiritual realm and stuff. Like it's, dude, bro, it's fucking tripped out how connected we are, dude. Bro, just think about this for a second. So like, if there's one thing to prove, like, I'm sure you've heard like we're all made of space dust.
Did
you know that?
I think I've heard you talk about this a long ass time ago. You're the person that told me this, bro. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Space
I'm
dogs.
sure I was, bro. But we are, dude. Like every single thing in this entire universe, everything is made out of space dust, stardust. Like we all came from the exact same material originally, and like an exploding star created everything that's here. And if like that's not trippy enough for you, then like think about this. So I have a compost pile, right? And I put like my excess food bits and shit in there, and I was looking at it, and it was disgusting, bro. There's like maggots and ants and decomposing matter, and it's fucking nasty as shit. And I was like, I did it, and I was walking away, and it was like burning my eyes, like it was just like fucking disgusting. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, dude, that's fucking nasty. And then I was like, holy shit, I'm going to be compost someday. I was like, that's exactly.
I'm gonna be that.
That right there, that thing, that is what I'm going to look like. And those maggots are going to be in my eye sockets, and they're going to become my testicles. And then I thought about it for a second, and I was like, holy fuck. Like, I'm going to turn this compost into a garden. So when you turn into compost, then that gets eaten and soaked up into nutrients into the ground. And then a blade of grass soaks up that nutrients that used to be you. You still there?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're good. Then that blade of grass soaks up that nutrients that used to be you, and then a fucking cow eats that fucking grass, and then another human eats that cow, and now you live on through that other human. And like maybe it doesn't go that exact route, but that's just a direct thing that could happen. That is direct, exact physical proof that somebody could actually see in their lifetime of somebody's life force living on through another human. And if not that, then anything else. Like, you could become a tree, you could become a bee, you could become this, you could become whatever the fuck. But, like, if no energy can be created nor destroyed, then, like, what is going on?
It's trippy.
Oh, God. We're all one, dude. Like, and then that it's been starting to apply to other parts of my life. So, for instance, like, my whole life, I've had a really weird, like, relationship towards fat people. I've just been really judgmental towards fat people in my head, and like just like shitting on them inside like my whole life.
So is the military,
right? I bet. I mean, you can. So, but like really mean things like that. Just like I have no right to be thinking nor feeling towards somebody who's not me. That has nothing to do with my life. And I was on my route where I run, and people bike along there a lot, and I looked back and I see this guy riding his bicycle, and he's like pretty fat, and he is wearing like $100 $200 fucking like neon spandex nice ass outfit, sexy helmet, sexy glasses, and I was just like, this motherfucker. I was like, you fat piece of shit. Like,
man, I'm thinking like, hell yeah, dude, you're willing to spend the money to it. Now you better follow through. Like, fuck.
Oh, see, I'm an asshole. See, I have problems. See, I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Okay, so I look at this guy, and I'm thinking all of these mean things towards him, and I'm judging this fucking shit out of him, and I was like, wait, hold on. If I recognize the fact that we're all one and we're all connected, and it's all the same fucking thing, then like, there's no possible fucking way that these thoughts that I'm having towards him in a negative way have anything to do with him. I don't know him. He's not a part of my life. Like, I don't know anything about this guy. So like, and if we're all one, then I asked myself, I was like, how the fuck could any of these questions or thoughts towards this guy have anything to do with him? And I was like, oh, fuck, they don't. I'm actually projecting my own insecurities about things that I have in my own life on this own motherfucker that I don't know, because I have some problems, for instance. And like, the thing that I realized in that moment was like, I personally have an issue with like sugar and like eating shit. Like, you can't see it because I have good self-control most of the time, but like, oh, dude, I can get fat real fast, dude. I can get fat real fast. Like I can let go in 3 days. I can gain like 8 pounds just from eating shit. Like, I can fucking put away 4 fucking cane sandwiches, 2 things of fries, and a fucking milkshake like down the drain in a couple minutes, and then eat later again that day. They're an entire extra large pizza, side of wings, dessert. Just constantly, bro. Like, I can fucking do it.
But you could do that and still work out, and it wouldn't matter.
Yes, but that's not what I'm fucking preaching. I'm preaching over here like longevity.
Yeah, longevity, heart-wise, you could die.
Yeah, and but what I'm realizing is like since like I have that problem, like for me it takes a lot of self-control to not give into that every single day of my life, and like every single time that I decide to eat, I have to consciously make the decision to not do what I would like to do. And I realized in that moment, I was like, okay, so you take into account we're all one. Then I'm having these thoughts and these feelings towards this guy. I don't know this motherfucker, so therefore it must be about me. And then it's realizing that, oh shit, like I have this problem with food. And then, oh shit, it must be my own insecurities that I'm projecting on this motherfucker. And so then you're like, oh, then you can switch it around and go, okay, now like meta loving kindness to this guy, which meta is a type of meditation where you wish people well and wish people good, and like a long life. And so I was like, oh, so you can switch that around, turn it to meta love and kindness, and then do that own self work on yourself. And then you extrapolate that to all the other different situations in life. Like every single time that you have a negative thought towards another human being or like a judgment. Well, it's not. There is a point. Like you're actually shitting on yourself. Yeah. Like you actually, there's something going on within yourself that you are uncomfortable with to the point where you're projecting it on somebody else that you don't even know. And like, just think about that. Think about that next time you judge somebody, and then like just turn around, take a pause, and then like think about like, does this have anything to do with that person? Or does it have something to do with me in my life that I'm uncomfortable with myself? And then you can work from that point of view. Dude, I've been doing a lot of self-work, dude.
It's good. It's good. You always should analyze yourself, I think.
Yeah, man, like I've been realizing lately, like the whole spiritual self-growth, development, and like shit is super, super fucking important, because there's got to be a lot more to life than just being a fucking ant in a maze and like living and like working and then having a family and then buying a house and then dying. It's like I want more than that, you know? And like I want to.
Yeah.
I think my goal here is to eventually like change the world. Like I'd like to do something to the degree of like what Joe Rogan is doing. That would be really cool. Like I have no desire for my podcast to get that big, but I think that kind of like imprint on life, like that would be really cool to be able to do that. Because and the difference is like he started it to have fun, to like just have jokes. Like he's not trying to be a public servant, and I think like somebody could do what he's doing but with the purpose of being a public servant.
Yeah, I heard really cool. I heard Dan Pena, it's almost like that. Like, he's doing that stuff for free, right? He's getting paid through YouTube, right? But Dan Pena, it's like somebody I watch a lot.
Dan Pena?
It's like, yeah, he's
like
that
entrepreneur guy.
He brings like he was
I know who he is.
Entrepreneur, and then like he like mentors a whole bunch of people and makes them like millionaires and whatnot.
He was saying the glasses, right? The cool glasses.
Yeah, he's older dude, like super old.
Okay, then no.
He was I think he was in the army for a while, but okay. He was like, fuck, what was I gonna say? He was what was he? Hold on, let me backtrack. I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, damn older guy. He
said that. Frick, man, what were we talking about? That's all he's on. Jog my memory.
We were talking about people being public servants and trying to change the world with their platforms.
Yeah, okay, there we go. So he said that you can go do that, and that's fine. But you got to find a way to you have to have coin to do that. You have to have money to go do that. You can go like buy a part of the rainforest, but you got to have money. You can go save this little village somewhere, but you got to have money.
Yeah.
It's like that could be your ultimate goal, but you got to find a way to still have that drive to. You got to be able. In this world, you need money.
Right.
It's just plain
simple. That's an interesting line that I've been on. Like, I started on that idea of wanting money when I was going to school with you and shit. Like in 9th grade, like I wanted to be rich. I was like, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be like, and it was Wolf of Wall Street that did it. I watched that movie on fucking acid, And God damn it, dude, it changed my life forever. And so like that was what wanted me to be rich, and then but it was all from a selfish point of view. And then like eventually I was like, okay, I want to change the world, I want to make a difference. But then my mindset was still skewed towards like, I need to get rich, I need to make money, I need to do me, and then like later on down the road I can focus on helping other people. And then lately I've been shifting towards the idea of just 100% being of service. And if you come from the mindset of like everything and every action that you do is of service to other people, then like the money will come. Like,
yeah,
as long as it's in a consistent way. Like, for instance,
and it's genuine. Yeah, if it's genuine, people are gonna know.
Right.
If it's not, it's like it's not gonna work out.
Exactly. Like my whole goal for this podcast, or for my Instagram, or I'm writing a book, or anything that I'm trying to do, like it's coming from a place of trying to provide value to other people, not to do something for myself. And I think that it's a much more fulfilling pursuit. Like, for instance, like right now I live in a house where I lease the house from a big company that owns a bunch of houses, called Invitation Homes, and then I lease out the bedrooms to private people. So like I'm not actually paying for the rent; they are. Right?
Nice. Oh, I know that's called. Yeah. I know it is.
Nice. It's called house hacking. But
it's house hacking.
In the typical sense, you buy the house. I don't have to buy. I figured out a way to do it without having to buy a house, dude. Like seriously, like there's a big company that you can rent from, and then you just post it out on Craigslist and you rent it out. So like, but they take care of all the repairs, all the things, all the taxes, all the mortgage, everything, and I just rake in the money, dude. But
nice little hack. I like it.
Right, but I came up with that, and when I was initially doing it, I was doing it out of like selfishness. And then as I started putting together the plan and the idea, I was like, holy shit, like this is the perfect opportunity to be of service to other people and provide them with a place to live in an environment that like I couldn't even find for myself when I wanted something like that. And I was like, okay. And then I did a couple things. So like, first of all, it's the most cheapest thing that you could possibly find in the world. Plus, it's a great house. Plus, it's a cool environment. Plus, you can smoke weed inside. And I cover the utilities and rent. And so, but like, I could have structured that a whole lot differently. Like, I could be making probably almost double what I'm making with the situation if I wasn't coming from a place of being of service. And it's just like an interesting mindset to switch from that. But I think like over time, it's going to compound, because like the way Gary Vee words it, he's like, you know, there's two types of people who build big buildings, and it's like one person, they do it by, you know, like helping other people build their buildings up while they're trying to build their buildings so that it can be like supported, and then other people build buildings, or there's two different types of people who have the tallest building, and the person who has the tallest building, sometimes you do it by helping other people and they push you to the top as well, and then other people do it by trying to tear down everybody around them. And I think like,
yeah.
And he was like, most people are trying to tear everybody down around them and try to make it to the top, like dog eat dog, and that's just not the way that you're supposed to do it.
No, it's not. It's like a lot of back and forth with that, and it just doesn't work out long run. No, usually doesn't. Usually doesn't.
No, dude. I mean, even if it does, then you get to the top and you don't feel good about it.
If you have soul,
unless you're just a cold, heartless bastard gangster motherfucker.
If you are that, congratulations. I'm not. I can't.
Right. Yeah.
I have a soul.
Yes. So what's your so you're selling shit. You're getting really good at it. And so then, what made you decide to go back to roofing from the solar?
I never really. So. I think I just wanted to go back home. Like, I got what I got out there in California.
So the solaring was in California? Right, because they made a law in California to where every new building has to be at least equipped to have solar in the future, right? Right, because I remember, because we have some weird fucking laws going on with the way that we have to do light fixtures. Like, we have to be JA8 compliant. Which is like a certain code of laws for like energy efficiency and shit.
Yeah, so took advantage of that a little bit, and then like I got what I wanted out of it. I learned everything, at least I thought, you know. And it was just like, just go back. I'm 1099 anyways. I'm on I'm my own company essentially.
Yeah. How did
But
you?
that
So
means
how does like I've always been curious. How does 1099 work? So when you you're getting paid like what like a lot per
full
hour?
nothing. No.
No.
So it's only sales only. So I
So
only get paid.
commission?
So in order for me, commission only, right? In order for me to eat, I had to sell.
Right. My question was mostly about like taxes. So how does that work with 1099? Yeah.
Taxes.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like
those
I've
are
always been
fine.
really curious. So you're making money, and as you're making money, do you have to put away money in preparation for being taxed at the end of the year?
Yes. So you pay it quarterly. You can write off stuff, right? But we get taxed pretty heavily because it is lucrative for us. So usually, preferably do it quarterly, so you don't get behind on that and think you have a lot more money to do because they don't take out Social Security, don't do any of that crap.
Right.
So you're actually seeing what you actually like deserve.
You're getting your gross pay.
You're getting your gross pay without seeing like Social Security getting taken out, and it's fun. Just gotta be careful with it, or else you're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
So
Gotta be
what
disciplined.
percentage does it? So are you like calculating? Okay, they're probably going to take this much amount out, and so then you get the paycheck, and you're just shoveling that away.
So I had an app on my phone that would calculate that for me. So
Oh, okay.
it was called Intuit or something like that, where I would like connect to my bank account, and then from there, it'd be like, hey, you owe $2,000 to $3,000 this quarter. Make sure you have that. So I would.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. So you move back home, you're back with your family, and you're doing the roofing. But how? So Dallas is like your home base, and then when a fucking storm hits, you travel.
So depends on the situation. So I only traveled once. I was going to Kansas. That's the only place. Like that was just to get started.
With the
That
roofing
was an
company.
opportunity. Yeah,
Okay.
that was go.
So
Right?
the other times you were working in the town that you were living in.
Towns are just the area. So like I would lived in like Roy City, so like I was able to go to like McKinney. Like Dallas
Which is
area was
near
pretty
that's
hot.
near Rockwall, right?
Yeah,
Roy City.
it's by Rockwell. Yeah, and then so I would work over there, and then I got this opportunity. They're starting a branch out in East Texas, so I went over there because that's where my mom and dad were. So like, screw it, just go back over there, and then got my own place over there, and just didn't really stop. I just kind of lived there,
That's
my
cool.
own shit. So
That's cool. And you're
pretty
just
dope.
grinding away. So then,
Grinding away.
did you have like a number in mind that you wanted to get to before you said, okay, I'm ready to take that leap to be of service?
No, I
No?
didn't.
No, you just got,
I
you
didn't have
just,
it set. I was just like, I want to go do that, so I did
you want
it.
to go do
It's
that?
pretty much yeah.
And but did you get to a point where you have enough money in your bank account now to where you feel like you can live comfortably?
Right now off the
Yeah.
military pay, heck
Yeah.
no, dude.
No?
You have to wait. You have to put in time. So like,
But what
you
about like
can
your savings account from
savings
the
and
other
whatnot.
company? Yeah.
That
Did you get to where you wanted to get to?
yeah, I kept it where I wanted to keep it.
Are
Used
are you
like
making it work for you, or are you just holding on to it?
holding on to it right now. Not sure what I want to do with it, but I have that. Because we also have like benefits here where I've got money working for me here on my paycheck I'm getting now.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of like safety blanket, bad day, rainy day fun. And then let's see. But yeah, I just kind of just have that stored away right now. And
Nice. Bro, I had this really beautiful fucking idea of buying a house and then finding like a family or friend member family member or friend that you trust and that wants to live somewhere for free, and you let them move into so you buy a 4-bedroom house and you let them move into the master bedroom for free in exchange for being a property manager. And then they rent out the 3 bedrooms for you. Then you have somebody being the property manager, taking care of all the work for you, cleaning the house for you, doing everything, while you have other people paying your mortgage and giving you money on the side.
yeah, so like in the military, let's say in the military we can't live off base unless you're married, right?
Right.
So
Are you gonna get married?
one of my heck no, man.
You can always get divorced later. Do the prenup.
I think my last girlfriend I had, the first day I brought up a prenup to see if she would take it. she's staying around, bro. That's why I know she was cool. I was like, all right, cool. This will work out.
You good with the
So
prenup?
yeah, we actually
Excellent.
moved in together too for a while.
It never
We lived
works
there
out
for like a
very
year.
well.
Well, you know, you get what you get out of it, you know?
That's true, man. Lots of
So
sex,
it was what it
lots of
was.
fights, man.
Oh, dude. Yeah, tell me about it. Super fun.
Yes, it is fun
Honestly,
to
I'd
live with
highly
somebody.
recommend it. You learn a lot.
Yeah, bro, I've lived with 2 different girlfriends now. Because I've been living on my own since I was 17.
Yeah, you've been doing it.
Bro. But I mean, for a while, bro, my dad was paying for it. Like,
Oh, shit. Did not know that.
dude, well, what happened was is he was willing to pay for me to go to like a 4-year university, but I was dating this girl that was going to college, and so I wanted to stay here, and he wanted me the fuck out of the house because he just got remarried, and like his wife didn't like me, so he was like, all right, dude. So he took the cost of the average dorm room cost for 3 colleges and was like, okay, you have this much per month to live in an apartment. But the key was I had to be a full-time student, pass all my classes, and have a full-time job at the same time. And if I slipped up on any of that for any amount of time, immediately the funding gets pulled away. Yeah.
Damn.
So, but it worked. It worked for a while, and he held 2 until I finished college, and then I started paying for it myself. And then after that, it started hurting really badly. And then now I was like, okay. And then I thought of this situation.
How'd you end up in Arizona?
Work. My one job moved me out here.
There you go.
Yeah, they used to have an office out here, and the project manager that lived out here was doing a really shitty job, and so they moved me out here. And then after a while of me proving that I could do a good job, and then they were like, "Yo, could you do her work too?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so they fired her, shut down the branch, and then like moved me. And so now, like, I've been working from home since way before the pandemic.
That's dope.
It is pretty cool. It is pretty cool, but the whole so it's been an interesting experience for me. So I moved out here, and then I was kind of like cruising along, and then I got into rugby, and I was starting to like branch out and do a bunch of things, and then it's kind of around the same time I got the girlfriend, right? And then they moved me into and then they moved me into working from home, and then I kind of quit rugby and then focused on the relationship and got into that, moved in with that. Then that falls apart. And now you're in the middle of a pandemic. You don't have a girlfriend. You forgot to make time to make friends. And then everything is fucking closed down. So I've been in this really weird situation right now.
A weird little funk.
Kind of like a fucking lockdown in my house with nothing to do and like nowhere to go. Because what's that?
I would have lost my shit. Like, they were telling us like what was going on, because I went to boot camp during all that.
Oh man!
And we were like, "There's no way. You guys are lying to us. Shut up."
About like a virus and shutting down the country.
About like everything's shut down. Like, this is so bad right now. You have no idea. You're probably at the safest spot you could be in right now while we're getting our teeth kicked in every day.
Yeah.
And then we finally get mail and we're like, "Oh, it's that bad."
Yeah. They shut down the fucking country, bro. And
it was a shit show.
And like the gyms here just opened up a week ago. Fucking week ago.
A week ago?
A week ago.
Probably still gotta wear the mask in there, yeah?
Yeah, you still gotta wear your mask, gotta do all the things. Although, like, I went to like this spa thing today. I don't know, it's not a spa, it's like a biohacking center. You go in and they have like these compression therapy things, and the way that they work is the same kind of mechanism as like a blood pressure sleeve. It's kind of like that, but super hardcore and throughout so you put it on like chaps on your legs, and it gives you like this crazy intense deep tissue massage. And so you do that for like 20 minutes, and then they have like a cold water tub that's at like 33 degrees, and then they have a hot tub, and you go back and forth, and then they have like a little infrared sauna that you can sit in for like 20 minutes, and it was cool. So I did that this morning, and I walked in there without a mask, and nobody's wearing a mask. And I got a massage yesterday, and nobody's wearing a mask. Like, fuck you, dude.
Dude, I miss ice baths so much. So much.
You guys don't have ice baths?
Well, I mean, like, I could purchase some stuff, but like, I just rather not. But like, we don't really have like a tub here to do that, so I wish we did. Like, I wish they'd.
You can buy a blow up tub that you can fold and put in your closet for $50.
They're not even really letting us off base, though, is the thing. So we're kind of like stuck here. We can make like Walmart runs and shit, but like.
Does Amazon not deliver to the base?
I mean, we can, but it takes a long time. It's a pain in the butt, bro. We can't always get our mail on time.
Really?
Yeah, it sucks.
Why?
I don't get paid to make those decisions. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
So like
It
if
just
you
takes a
ordered
while.
something from Amazon that has a 24-hour delivery time,
Try
how
like a
long would it?
week, 1 to 2 weeks.
So but Amazon would bring it to the front office and it would be there tomorrow, and then it
It'd
takes
be,
like 2 weeks to
but
get from the front
we then
office
have to
to
go
you.
like, so like there's like different little sections. Like, so it's everyone's mail, bro. So it's like, uh, I don't know how many people are on this base. I couldn't even tell you, but like it's everyone's mail is getting sorted through, sorted through, sorted through. Oh, okay, here's your mail. It just
Damn,
takes
you
time
would
to
think
do
that the
that.
military would be way more efficient.
You think? I didn't say that. I didn't say that. It makes too
What?
much sense, so you don't do it. You understand?
Yeah, yeah. What kind of rules do you have that about
So
like what you can talk
the other
about
different. Okay, so I
or like in
can
actions? In
and
actions, like what
actions.
actions are you not allowed to
So
take? What things are
we're
you
not
not
allowed
allowed
to
to
have a
talk about?
TikTok. Okay.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it is
Um.
literally controlled. Like it's just sending data to the Chinese government.
Yeah. So there's that. Rules of pretty much of God, my phone went out today. Social media wise, obviously, nothing explicit. Nothing that's gonna like damage the name,
Yeah.
because anything like we do, like it's gonna say United States Marine, not your name. So,
Right.
um, any
If you're in
fights?
California, can you smoke weed?
No, we cannot smoke in the military. No drugs. We get drug tested. None of that.
Huh.
You'll get kicked out real
Is there a
quick.
lot of synthetic drug use? Because I've like
In the
heard of that.
military?
Yeah.
Not,
Maybe you'll experience that after you guys deploy and get back.
not that I'm aware of. I don't.
Interesting. Because
There
I remember
was.
hearing people talk about like that's what they did. Like a lot of people in the military were smoking K2 and spice when that was a thing.
Doesn't that shit kill you?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really. I was like, I smoked that shit for like 9 months. It was bad. Bro, at
It was
Vines.
bad.
I was
Yeah,
like
the
at Vines.
pharmacy. Oh, you know
Dude,
what's funny as fuck? Guess what? We just
what?
got a new little shipment of Marines that came in,
Yeah. Somebody
and
from Vines come in?
his stepson, bro, goes there, and I'm like, "Is it still called a pharmacy?" He goes, "Yeah, it's a fucking shit show." I'm like, "I know, I went through that."
I
So it's
loved
so
it, bro.
cool,
It
bro.
was amazing.
So cool.
Dude,
It's a
bro, the
small world right
fucking
there.
riots. The
Oh my
riots,
god, we
bro.
had like 30 cops there at one point. It was dope.
Dude, were you in the middle of the riots? Did
No,
you,
I was
dude?
avoiding. I was like, small. You remember how small I was? I'm not much bigger, so I'm like
Dude, I
joking
accidentally
around.
got caught in it, bro. Like I
Oh, I
didn't.
remember you telling me about that. You didn't know what happened. It happened so
Dude, it
fast.
happened so fast, dude. Like I was walking up the stairs, and then all of a sudden, like everybody was around me, and I was like, and then, dude, like some bitch was getting tased by a cop, and I was like, dude, it ain't me, it ain't me,
It
man.
ain't me.
It ain't me. Like
me.
I don't know what's going on.
No, I wasn't ready. No.
Dude, and then they put chains all along our fucking school and had like
Yeah,
one
we just
way
walk certain. We had to walk certain ways too now,
walk,
and
walk
it's weird
certain
because now it's like
directions.
that with COVID. So
Yeah.
it's like it prepared us for all that. So thank you, Vines High School.
Dude, I experienced, and I experienced that when I got expelled and went to jail school.
Oh, fuck, dude. Crazy kid, bro. Crazy kid,
Do you
man.
remember that day? Do you remember that day by chance? Because I've always wanted to talk to somebody who remembers that
You got
day.
expelled?
Yeah.
Day you got.
When
Was
I
it the day you showed up totally fucked up?
well, I did the school. I did that happened every day. What do you mean?
I don't know. I remember one day you said you were like, on like morphine or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That
it was
day.
that day. It was that day.
Yes. I was. Yeah, you were talking to me. I was like, Josh, like, I think you need to go home. I don't think I don't think it hit.
Dude, it was 4 times the lethal dose. Like I looked it up. Yeah. Yeah. There's like they were pills for a dying cancer patient. You remember I don't remember her name. But some chick gave them to me for free. She came to school one day and she was like, "Yo, do you want some pain pills?" And I was like, and I thought I knew what I was doing. Like, I was really cocky, and I thought that I knew what was going on. And so I was like, "Yeah, give me 8."
Give me. You took 8?
Yeah, 8.
You
I
fucking
took
idiot.
8 60 milligram tablets.
Jesus
And like,
Christ, bro.
yeah, dude, I was fucked up for 4 days. Like 4 days, like 4 fucking days straight.
That's not even fun. That does not
Dude,
sound fun.
it was, dude. Like, imagine,
It
like
was?
the
You
most
fucked up.
beautiful. Okay, there's one part of it that sucked, but the rest of it was good. So, but like, imagine like the most beautiful cloud of fucked up that you've ever been in your life, and you like go to sleep, and you're like, and you wake up, and you're like, whoa, I'm still as fucked up. And then like you go through the whole day, and you're like, you never came down, not one little bit. Like there was no dips. It was just. And then you go to sleep again, you wake up and you're still fucked up. You go to sleep again, you wake up, you're still fucked up. You go to sleep again, you wake up and you're still fucked up, bro.
That would suck.
Dude, but morphine is made for surgery. So it shuts down your bodily functions because they don't want like
you're doing stuff. Yeah, they don't want the body doing what it naturally does.
Right. They don't want you to shit on the surgery table. They don't want you to pee. They don't want you to throw up. So your body stops being able to do those things. So for 4 days, like I couldn't shit, I couldn't pee, I couldn't cum, I couldn't, dude. Like I sat there and jerked off for 2 hours, just
Ow!
because I was fucked up, bro.
How'd your thing come out of that? Probably all fucked up.
I had okay. So the other fucked up part was I couldn't pee, but you can't hold pee for 3 days, 4 days. You physically can't. You'll die. So I literally had to catheter myself.
Stop. You don't have to tell me.
Dude, like, okay, because I had my grandfather. Yeah, my grandfather was paraplegic, so he was paralyzed from the waist down. So that's the way that he functioned day to day. So in his house, his medical supplies out the wazoo. So my grandma comes over with like 15 catheters and like a bottle of lube and like a thing, and she hands it to me, and I'm like, great. So like every single time that I had to pee for 4 days, dude.
Fuck.
So I had the dick lube, so that's what I used for the 2 hours. It's the best lube you ever use, bro, because it's made to go inside your penis. But
thank you for that.
The fucking the moral of the story is don't take morphine at school.
Yeah, don't do that. I've seen it firsthand. It's not fun for anyone. Because you care about this person, and you can't control it. And it's just them being dumb.
Is that?
And then you got
the
negatives
viewpoint of everybody?
That's.
It's like I care about this guy and this stupid little kid. He's doing these stupid fucking things.
It's like because we like had that strong bond, right? And it's like I can't help this man.
Bro, I went off the walls, man. I did. And then every time I got in trouble, like people were like, "What the fuck? What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And I was like, "Man, I'm just testing the bounds of reality."
You know what all you get away with,
dude. I mean, it really is. You remember how obsessed I was with the Doors, right?
Yeah, Jim Morrison. Yeah, yes, you were. You still are. Yeah, I was gonna say I saw that Doors tattoo on you. Really.
That's a fucking Lizard King. That's his fucking face, bro.
Didn't you have somebody draw that for you?
No. I had Noli draw me a tattoo.
And it was a lizard, though, right?
No. It was a fairy on top of a skull.
Sounds pretty dope.
Yeah. Someday I'm gonna make her finish it because she never finished it.
She never finished it? All right, hit her up.
I did one time, and she's like, "Yeah, I'll get that to you in a few days," and then I never heard back from her. I was like,
you gotta entice her. Here's like $50.
When I have money, I'll be like, "Yo, I'm ready for this now," because I genuinely want that, dude. Like, it was a cool fucking tattoo, bro. It was a really cool tattoo, bro.
Yeah, man.
Have you seen Noli lately?
Dude, no.
Not in person,
I never. Okay, here's the deal. Not really. So like, the routes me and you went on were like different but the same. It was so weird if you think about it.
Did you leave school early too?
I didn't leave school early, but like I didn't mess with anyone from school at all. Yeah, I didn't hang out with anyone. I messed with people that I saw where they were at, and I wanted to be there.
Like
so I wasn't hanging around.
You were outside of school? Yeah, because like I remember you hung out with me and Tommy a few times, but that was about it.
Yeah, so like I had a really small group, I guess.
Yeah, me too. Dude, and then when I had that fucking bad acid trip, I got really alienated from everybody. It was really strange.
Yeah, we don't know what you want after that.
Huh?
Yeah, but you went MIA for a while. We're like, is he okay? Like, what's going on?
Well, yeah, because I had that bad acid trip, and then I mean, of course, I got grounded. But then, like, nobody wanted to hang out with me because
I
I mean,
only heard stories about it. I didn't really know.
dude, it was as crazy as the stories could have possibly gotten. Like, whatever the craziest story was, it was that bad.
Jesus. Fuck.
Dude, but it wasn't my fault. Like, they did that to me on purpose. What was going to happen? Like, I mean, they obviously didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but they knew something bad was going to happen, and they wanted to watch. Cause, dude, like,
Fuck.
this is what happened, bro. So they were doing acid, and I was dating Mary Beth at the time, and I'm laying down to go to sleep with Mary Beth in her mom's house at the Shops of Legacy, and they call me, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and they're like, bro, Michael's having a bad trip. You need to get over here right now. And I'm like, no. I'm like, fuck you. You suck my dick. And they were like, Michael's going to walk himself to the hospital right now if you don't come over. And I was like, all right. So I get up.
Was that easy, huh?
No. This conversation went on for 30 minutes. But I get up and I get dressed and I drive over there. And I'm like, all right, bro, Michael, you're good. And I talk him down and everything's fine. And they're like, okay, do you want some acid? And I was like, yeah. Because for me, and like my ignorant self at this time, I believed that if you have a bad trip on acid, it's only because you are a pussy. It's not like it was the only reason. I was like, if you have a bad trip on acid, it's because you're a fucking bitch. And it's because you're not mentally strong enough. I didn't know nor consider that you could be fed a synthetic drug that's not actually real that can have adverse side effects. So a stupid little kid. So then they give me this shit called 25I. Like, you can look up on Google right now 25I, Dallas, Texas, and it's the exact year that bad acid trip happened, and there's multiple reports of people dying from this batch of fake acid. Guess who it came from?
Don't say it. Samasika?
No, it came from fucking Zach Smith, bro.
I don't know why, but like when you started listing off the names of people there, I wanted to say Zach Smith was there, but like I did it because like
No, see, Zach Smith was like just on a whole new level. Like
I don't know where your kid's at, bro. I don't think give a crap about us where he's at.
Dude,
sorry, bro.
Dude, him and his dad were the people who were making the meth.
What?
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing.
No, dude, me, Kevin, like 6
That's
weeks.
insane.
Dude,
not even once, bro. Remember the health classes? Not even once.
Well, dude, see, what had happened is like they tell you that. They tell you not even once, and then they tell you like all of these things are so bad, and you do it once and you're fucked for life. And then I'm over here like experimenting and trying things, and then I'm like, oh, this isn't so bad. Everything that they said is a lie. So then if you're of that mindset of like, okay, like they told you that weed is the devil and like it's the devil's lettuce and it's horrible, and then they tell you like ecstasy is going to put holes in your brain, and then you smoke weed and you do ecstasy and it's the greatest experiences that you've ever had in your entire fucking life, you're like, oh, well, they must be lying about meth too.
We're on that note. Oh shit, hey, what time is it right now? 30. Child closes about 15.
For sure, bro.
I gotta make sure. Yeah, I gotta make sure I go get some food for tonight.
Yeah, we're closing around 2 hours, so it's a good amount of time too.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm actually curious. So like, what do you want to be, like a special ops guy? Like, what is your long-term goal in the military?
Long-term goal in the military. So the job I have is accomplishing what I want to do, which is like
the job that you have is accomplishing what you want to do.
Yeah, the job I have,
fulfilling your desires.
It's fulfilling my desire of what I wanted to go do. Like there could be some units where like I help out with like child trafficking, like sex trafficking and shit. Like that's dope.
Right, because you guys
and then like terrorism and stuff like too.
On the ground and like the front.
So that's like if there's like an invasion. So right now it's like more or less like gathering information and seeing where those people are at and like seeing what their habits are, and then from there, if we get enough, we can go in. Sure, but we're not. As of right now, the Marines aren't really like doing a whole lot because you said we're the first ones on the ground. Right? We go in there and just kind of fuck shit up, and then the Army comes in and holds it.
Right, and then like what's going on right now is kind of like the espionage, like SEAL Team 6 people, right? Like,
yeah, just kind of like more like people like that, or do you want to go do like little small shit here and there?
Do you have any aspirations to be a part of that?
I say for sure. So my MOS, there is a chance I could get MARSOC orders if I'm really good
You can
at
get
it.
what
So if like
orders?
MARSOC, it's pretty much, think of a SEAL,
Yeah.
right? It's like our version of that.
The
So if I'm
Marines
like
version?
really good at, yeah, it's a Marines version. So like I'm like that, and I'm really good at like working out and stuff. Like they say, like I physically can like accomplish that, and they could recommend me for that, and then I have to go off to like some other schools to see if I make it through it or not.
Right.
But so there's
Would
a
you ever
chance I
do
could
Hell
get
Week?
it. Hell Week. So
That's for the SEALs, right?
that's for the SEALs. So like MARSOC is like, so to be a SEAL, it takes like, I think it's like 6 to 9 months. Same thing for like MARSOC. Same thing for like a Raider or like a fucking whatever armies is now. I don't even know. They got a whole bunch of other shit.
What about
But
Green Beret?
it's yeah, same thing. It's a really long process. It's a really long screening. Like those little like marks that like say like, oh, this is what it takes to be like. It really takes a whole lot more than just that. It's just a little thing that you see, because you're not gonna see all the training we do. Because if you see all the training we do, like that means our enemies are gonna know what we do and like how to like. So like we just don't show all of it.
Yeah.
So like we're not allowed to talk about like the Crucible and stuff like for the Marines. Like we're not allowed really to talk about that. I mean, we can, but like we really shouldn't.
Is the Crucible like a part of like
It's
a piece of the training?
Yeah, it's like it's like 2 weeks before. It's like that's the last thing we do before we actually consider Marines. So it's like we do a whole bunch of like drills and whatnot.
Have you been through it already?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How was it? Like without details.
It was long. You got 3 MREs only for like 3 days. A lot of hiking, a lot of like patrolling. So you're having like ration out your food, and like it's pretty much as real. Like you're trying to make it as real as possible.
Yeah.
But like it's not real.
But it's
obviously.
like a fun adventure, right?
Yeah,
like, it's. I mean, it's got to be difficult and like shit.
Yeah, you're getting slayed all day. You're doing like obstacles and whatnot. You're just doing like a whole bunch of team events and trying to get through shit and like making sure all like your guys are good and whatnot. Guys and gals. I was on the West Coast, so it was all males. The East Coast does males and females. Yeah.
Do you like David Goggins? Do you know who that is?
Duh. Yeah. Who doesn't know who David Goggins is?
Dude, there's a lot of people. Do you listen to Joe Rogan?
I used to a lot. I've kind of like stopped because I don't know. I haven't really had much time.
Dude,
just kind of been like trying to better
It takes
myself.
a lot of time to fucking listen to that. So like David Goggins, Jocko.
Jocko, David,
Tony Hinchcliffe.
I do not know who that is.
Dude, you should check out the most recent or the 9/11 Joe Rogan with Tony Hinchcliffe.
Did they do it? Wait, is this brand new?
What?
Is it like a new podcast or like
the one that I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the Tony Hinchcliffe one. Yeah, it just came out on 9/11.
Okay, yeah, probably should watch that.
Dude, it's cool. So Tony Hinchcliffe, he volunteered to be in the SEALs or Marines, or one of those two things, on the day of 9/11, and so he's been serving overseas and doing like special ops shit and stuff and doing a bunch of shit. Maybe Tim Kennedy. Did I say that right? Let me see.
I feel like I've heard that story. Like I feel like I've heard this story.
Yeah, Tim Kennedy. Well, he's been on Joe Rogan a couple different times.
Yeah, he was like somebody was. I remember a story like so like me and this other guy were gonna go like to MEPS on 9/11 and like sign up and stuff, and then 9/11 happened and like we had to turn around because they were like it's on lockdown. Yeah. And the recruiter's like, hey, listen, you guys don't want to join, I understand, but like they both ended up joining. So
that's fucking crazy. Yeah, dude. I mean, like attack America and you're. And it's interesting right now because we're being attacked like within
internally
realms internally. Well, not just internally, but like the espionage of the fucking with the elections and the intermingling of like different shit of like Russian bots on social media of just inciting anger in our people. It's really interesting to like see that unfold and how easily our buttons are pushed and how easily we're pushed against each other. Because like the thing that one of the things that he was talking about in the podcast earlier was that like they don't have to win and they don't have to beat us. They just have to prove that the idea of America doesn't work, or at least make it look like it's failing.
Man, I wish people could see like what goes on in other countries too.
Yeah,
and actually see it. Like they don't realize how good we have it.
Dude, those little nerfed pussy little bitches.
Something like that.
That's cool.
I don't know, man.
So I want to talk to you again when you finish your next realm of training. Can we do that? I want to
Yeah.
hear what that's about.
So it should be like, depends on this COVID bullshit, man. Like we might get like Christmas leave, we might not. I'm probably not gonna get it, but it should be
Because
like
they don't want you to go out
January.
and get infected and then come back.
Exactly. It's kind of like what's going on right now.
That
So
makes
it's
sense.
like,
Huh.
so January I should be done.
Okay, I definitely, because I want to hear about that experience. I want to talk about that because I believe that, you know, like this could be like right now I don't have any listeners, but you know you got to start somewhere, and I think eventually,
Yeah,
but like and then once you put it out there, you know, like when I find a podcast from somebody and I start liking it, like I go back to the beginning and I listen to all of them.
See what's like, okay, how did it
start, and so you know this shit is gonna be out there forever, and I think that you could be a cool little inspiration for people, because I think my target, because we're young, I'm only 23, so like my target audience is about the same age, a little bit younger. You know, some high school kids have been, it's mostly like high school kids and moms. Like,
as a kids and like a little bit of moms, right?
Yeah, and then moms, because moms are sitting at home and they appreciate like a young kind of cute guy who's like talking about motivation and getting them off the couch and being nutritious and everything, and then like younger kids can see it and then they're like, okay, cool, like it's not stupid or not cool to do the things that are typically labeled as not cool. You know what I mean? Like health, nutrition, and stuff. And I think that you could be a cool inspiration for people when they stumble along this, to not only follow their dreams, but to be of service to this country, to do the right thing, to follow their heart, and to be on a smart path, as well as, you know, like if somebody's ever been interested in sales, like that's really cool. Like, because I've thought about doing sales before, and I think every other way that I've ever heard about door-to-door sales made me not want to do it, and you're the only person who's ever made me want to do it. And I think this is really, yeah, I think that's
did my
really
job.
Cool thing.
I
Yes,
did my
you
sales
did
job.
your job. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you sold me on it. You sold me on it. You made it sound like a really cool adrenaline rush, a fun thing to do, an exciting thing to do.
Just different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
and like
different.
a good way to make money too, obviously.
Yeah. It's like it's one of those like quiet like things that's really tight knit. We have like Facebook groups we all go to, and like if we have issues or something, we all like post it and it's like, hey, well, have you dealt with this before? Like we need help with X, Y, and Z. And like it's like its own really little niche. It's super dope. Super
that's really
dope.
Cool. I love, like, that's one of the cool things about social media is it brings us together in these little cool communities, man.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna let you get something to eat. I appreciate you talking to me, man. It's been cool. I'm glad to catch up with you. Because it's really cool to talk to you after going to school with you and not having had a conversation with you since we were little kids.
Dude, I know. It's like the first conversation is like, we could probably go on for a couple more hours, let's be real here, but like...
Oh, yeah, for sure, about all the different things and reminiscing and all the different things, yeah, but we can do this again, and I appreciate you being here and sharing your story, sharing your motivation, man. It's been really cool. Thank you, man.
I appreciate you allowing me to be on.
Of course, and thank you for your service again, man. Thank you so much.
Don't worry about
it. Let's see. I guess you don't have anything to promote, do you?
I don't think I'm allowed to promote anything either.
No? Join the military. Sell roof things.
Dude, all right, man. Yeah.
Cool, man. Okay, 110% undivided attention in everything that you do all day, every day. Burger King out, baby. Let's go. Thank you, man. Namaste to you, my friend. Namaste.
Thank you, bro.
Of course, brother. You have a good one. Peace out.
Peace, man.